me right now, do we have a C up here at all? We don't, do we? Well, that's good though, because can we find C? We can, can't we? Because do we have a B up there? So as long as we have a B, we can use completing the square to find our C. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of give myself a little more room here. T squared plus 6t plus, and I like to put a square here just because that's where my C is going to go. Now look what I'm going to do though. You notice that I'm also putting it over here as well. Because whenever you find your C, whatever you find your C to be, you've got to add to the other side as well. Remember our whole concept that whenever we're solving an equation, whatever we do on one side, we do where else? On the other. So when I find my C here, I've got to put wherever I find C to be over here as well. That's why I like to put the boxes there to represent that they can go both places. Let's find our C. How do we find our C again? What's our rule to find C? Half of B, what? Squared. What's my B? 6. What's half of 6? 3. Now square that. 9. So everybody put 9 here. Where else do we have to put the 9? On the other side of our equation, right? That goes there too. Okay. What do we have here? What's this called? A perfect square trinomial. Right. Can that be factored? You sure can. Into the square of a binomial. So now we're going to square that, or write this. First switch on it as a square of a binomial. So what is our sign going to be? Positive. Positive. Good. And then take the square root of this and that term. What's the square root of t squared? T. T. What's the square root of 9? 3. All right, perfect. Equals. Now we're into our solving it now. Now what we've learned is now what we already done. We've already done that part. What's negative 5 plus 9? 4. Now tell me, does this look somewhat familiar to what we just did yesterday?
Yes.
Because look at, aren't we into this form?
Yes.
Because this is really our x squared, isn't it? Our term. So we've isolated the square. And we have our d. And what is our d in this case? Positive, right? So how many solutions should I have? 2, exactly. So how do I get rid of a square? Take the what? The square root of both sides. What's going to be over here? T plus 3 equals, what's the square root of 4 going to be? 2. But how many answers should I have because d was positive?
2.
So what in front of this?
Positive.
Positive and?
Negative.
Negative. Awesome. Do you notice how 10-4's come back?
Yep.
And we're doing 10-4 again. All right, so we got t plus 3 equals what? 2, and t plus 3 is equal to? Negative 2. And we're going to do what to both sides?
Subtract.
Subtract 3. We're going to t is equal to negative 1. And subtract 3 from both sides here. We're going to get what? T is equal to negative 5. You know our answer. How's that seem? Okay? You want to try one yourself? Let's see how you do. Let's have you guys try one yourself and then